Greetings, family. It is Empress D. I'm obviously out here in nature. I'm enjoying the wonderful weather. I know it's snowing, but it's that wet snow that makes that packing snow, right? The temperature is pretty mild. It's probably hovering just below zero, maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 degrees below. But it feels balmy. It feels nice out here, family. Honestly. And like, this is the privilege that we are afforded as humans being on this planet, especially being in this hemisphere where you experience the 4 different seasons. It's a blessing and a privilege that we have, but most of us don't take advantage of it. So we have to start, family. It doesn't matter what climate you live in. Getting out in nature has its benefits, okay? Self-care is a must. We have to be meditating, family. We have to be doing something that we've determined ourselves, not society, not anyone else, something we've determined ourselves that we think will better ourselves, okay? And we have to be participating in that every single day, okay? And most of us can afford to participate in more than one practice, right, family? So I hope that we're all doing that. I hope that this situation that humanity is going through right now has done nothing but trigger us to kind of think more about ourselves and what our purpose of being on this planet is, family. That's what it's done for me, and I hope that that's what it's done for you as well, okay? I wanted to talk about the chakras again. Now, I know we've spoken about the chakras at length, family. We've gone over every individual chakra, but I just wanted to touch on the system again because it is really important. It's a really important tool in order to help us on our journey to know ourselves, right? If we individually identify each chakra that may not be as patent as it needs to be, or a chakra that's too overly active or too wide open, we need to be reflecting on each of the systems and seeing where we lay, right? Some of us are nice and balanced all throughout. I think that's the goal. Some of us have imbalances throughout, in places. And we have to kind of look at the chakra system and then look at ourselves and our behavior in order to determine which chakras need some attention, right, family? So that's all I really wanted to point out, is that it's all connected. The chakra systems are supposed energy centers, right? And remember, our whole entire being is energy. It's energy-based, right? The universe is energy-based. And so if certain energy systems responsible for certain life tasks, certain bodily functions are not flowing balanced in a balanced manner, or freely flowing without flowing too much, right? At a balance. The universe is designed perfectly. In perfect design. There are so many tools to help us know, to help us to get to know who we are. So many tools. And the chakra system can certainly be used. It's certainly one of them, right? So I can review quickly just the root chakra, represented by the color red. Our foundation, family, our root, our shelter, our home, our financial security, our food security, our environmental security, right? Having a secure environment foundation for that's the root, right? Sometimes if we do not have a balanced home growing up, if we grow up in this is where a lot of our foundations and our foundational problems lie, family, especially as the melanated race. Many of us are not financially secure, right? And financial security comes from having a balanced root chakra. So I would encourage everybody to look at that chakra, look at their life, look where you're at, look at your childhood, look at the stability in childhood, see where there's correlations. Family, that's how it is. That's what it is, right? That's the route to getting to know yourself, right? And I'm just expanding on the root chakra, giving examples as to how blockages can manifest in our day-to-day lives, right? So, of course, above that is the sacral chakra. That's the chakra of sensuality, sexuality, creativity, intimacy, all of those areas. Our ability in terms, in represented by the color orange. I don't want to leave out the color. Represented by the color orange, right? So when our sacral chakra is imbalanced, of course, there's going to be issues in our lives with intimacy, connections, relationships, intimate relationships, maybe physical intimacy, those kind of areas. I'm not going to expand too much. Above that is the solar plexus, represented by yellow. That is the area of self-awareness, self-knowledge, ego. That is where, when our ego is overinflated, there are blockages and imbalances in that solar plexus chakra. So, how that would manifest in life? Poor relationships, a poor relationship with yourself, lack of discipline, the inability to be able to set goals and achieve those goals, right? That self-awareness comes from that solar plexus chakra, right? Above that is the heart, family, represented by green. That's where love resides, family. Oh man, if your heart chakra is patent, you lead with love. If your heart chakra is imbalanced, there's going to be difficulties loving, right? Giving love, receiving love, identifying even what love is, right? Compassion, right? Empathy, all of those guys live in there, okay? Above that is the throat, and that's represented by the color blue. That's where self-expression lies, family. That's where ability to speak your truth lies, family. And that's where speaking your truth doesn't matter who's listening, family. That's where that resides. Blockages would manifest in being people pleaser, not speaking up for yourself, allowing disrespect, and not speaking up on it, not finding your voice, family. Expressing yourself, family. Above that is the third eye chakra, located, obviously. I didn't tell you where the heart was located, or the oh my gosh, that green chakra. What's it called? The heart chakra. Yeah, I didn't tell you where that was located because that's self-explanatory. And I didn't tell you where the throat chakra is located because that's self-explanatory. And I guess the third eye chakra name is self-explanatory as well as to where it's located, right, family? And that, my friends, intuition, right? Your knowingness, your ability to perceive and perceive well and discern well, right? That would be a patent and balanced third eye chakra. Imbalances would be the inability, obviously, to discern well, the inability to identify that inner voice, that intuition, that intuitive spark that's there. Confusion as to, is that my intuition or is that my fear? Those kind of things. That's your third eye chakra. And lastly, the crown, family, represented by my favorite color, hands down purple. I didn't tell you the third eye is indigo. So it's a cross between blue, which is the throat, and purple, which is the crown chakra. It's a cross between those two colors. Indigo is what represents that third eye chakra. Back to the crown chakra represented by the color purple. That's your connection to source, family. There's nothing else to say about that. Thank you, family. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this message. And honestly, I hope you guys are getting out in nature. It doesn't matter the weather, because there's beauty in this. As I was pulling up, and there was actually people here today. And the people that were pulling out said, oh, yeah, you should take a walk around there. There's a path and there's lots of nature. And I'm like, yeah, okay. They're like, yeah, it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. I'm like, you know what? Thank you. Thanks for sharing. And then as I'm walking away, I'm thinking to myself, yeah, because I come here every day, so I do recognize the beauty that's here. And you will too if you guys get out and document it, because when you go out regularly, you see the changes, right? In terms of the seasons and the different weather and that kind of thing, right? And there's no time but now than to be taking care of yourself and getting ready, getting physically ready and mentally ready for whatever's to come, right? Thank you, family, for taking the time to listen to this message. And I love and I value each and every one of you, okay? You guys, please get yourself out in nature and stay blessed. Love you. One love.